and I work with Francis quite a bit in the digital space. Tonight, and I'm glad Francis has brought up this point about digital megatrends. Tonight, my, if I could have the clicker?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sorry.
thank you. I understand the crowd tonight here is a mixture of IT, human resources people, and also business people. So I hope tonight I'll be able to at least answer some of the needs, not everything, but some of it. These will be the areas we're going to be talking about, basically leadership in digital change. But just to make sure everybody is aligned, I just want to be quite clear that we're talking about the fourth industrial revolution currently. And this is the 21st century where we're seeing the advent of cyber physical systems. You know, how technology has converged in societies nowadays is amazing. And we see more advancement coming up in the way it's infiltrating through our biological, physical, and digital worlds. So I just want to, I'll play this for a little bit. I'm sorry I won't be able to play the whole thing as I'm running out of time. But Michio Kaku is a favorite of mine. He's a futurist.
That's cheaper than garbage, cheaper than scrap paper. So computer chips will be everywhere and nowhere, including our contact lenses. So when we put on our contact lenses and blink, we will go online. And who were the first people to buy internet contact lenses? College students taking final examinations. This means that my students will blink, and they will not have to memorize all the things I've been talking about. This is going to revolutionize education, because we cannot force students to memorize things that they can simply blink and get. And then if you feel sick, you will blink and see RoboDoc. RoboDoc is artificially intelligent. Talks to you in plain English or Russian or whatever, speaks any language, accesses the entire internet for sound medical advice, almost for free. This is going to revolutionize the medical establishment. We'll still have doctors, but doctors will use RoboDoc as an aid. And if you're in a car accident in a foreign country, you don't speak the language, you'll talk to your wristwatch and talk to RoboLawyer. RoboLawyer understands the law in any country, in any language. In fact, I personally believe that artificial intelligence, the robotics industry, will eventually become bigger than the automobile industry of today. Because your automobile will become a robot. You will talk to it. You will argue with it. You'll have discussions with your car about the best route to take. And when you want to park your car, you simply tell your car, park yourself. And the car parks itself. This is going to revolutionize urban economics when you don't have to worry about parking anymore. And then the next organ to be digitized is the brain. You may not know this, but 2 years ago, scientists were able to upload the first memories. Memories can now be uploaded and downloaded. This makes possible BrainNet.
So I'm going to stop there, but do check him out on YouTube. He's absolutely fascinating to listen to. Is change that urgent? I think some of you may recognize these brand icons that have almost disappeared. I particularly miss the banana phone. I used to own one, so you can guess what generation I come from. So we asked industries and we asked people, you know, which did they think were likely to be disrupted? And high on the list of industries were communications, that is, of course, is triggered off by telecommunications and media, and then financial services. Then we asked the people, what did they think? You know, is disruption going to happen? 80% of 783 respondents on a Microsoft survey said that their organization will be disrupted by digital trends. 84% said that they've passed that inflection point of transformation, but some of them say it might happen in 2020. But almost 50% of them said they're going to be obsolete. And that's scary. So with all this change, and that speed of change is extremely daunting at this point in time, what we're now seeing is leadership in a very different form. The type of leader that will emerge for tomorrow will be a digital leader. And who is he? Do we need to create him like a new Frankenstein? Is he going to be found in the basement of our building, or is he the person next to you today? If we look at the range of skill sets, I have good news and bad news for you. The good news is that, you know, there are traditional skills that we will need, we will continue to need. So I think digital adoption today needs to be articulated by leaders and bringing forward and bringing to that the right investments, both financially and from a resource point of view. They need to understand that they need to own that transformation. Ownership, taking a digital transformation initiative like a baby of their own. If leaders today are just mandating, say, you know, technologists to drive digital transformation, you're going to have a beautifully constructed technology platform, and nobody's going to use it. And that's a scary thing. Leaders need to endorse and sponsor that transformation. Equipping employees, that's something tried and tested. We do need to enable and empower our employees, help them succeed. Believe it or not, most employees just don't have the time, nor even the capacity to do things differently at will. And that means that they need to be supported. A digital leader needs to be engaged with his people in order to drive that communication, to drive those